Hello fellow schoolers. We are having this mini-series where we're following Jesper and his new tournament brew coming up against various very strong archetypes of the format just to test these tournament decks brews out before an upcoming event. And the last video we saw Jesper's Aggro-Control-Burn coming up against the Lion Attack archetype, which is a very strong opponent. And we're continuing putting it through the fire here as we are putting Aggro-Control-Burn up against the deck. Now let's have a few minutes just to go over the two combatants here. Now this might make matters a bit confusing, but Jesper's opponent is also called Jesper, and we see him here on the deck. And Jesper has been playing the deck for a very long time, playing a lot of online and live tournaments with it. We have like 3 to 4 people locally that are really experienced with the deck and always tries to tweak and play that archetype. And then we have a bunch of people that doesn't really like the deck. So with this archetype, it seems to be either or. Either you really like it and you won't play anything else because I suppose the strategic depth of it really speaks to you, or you just kind of get annoyed by it because it tends to gain control, and then even though it doesn't kill you, it has really just won. It'll just take half an hour or something. maybe only 10 minutes. So yeah, the deck is certainly a dividing archetype, but very efficient, arguably one of the strongest, if not the strongest brew in the old school meta. So this is a very classical version of it. Before sideboard, his only kill con is the 4 Mrs. Factories, and that single fireball that can be used as a finishing move, perhaps after a mana drain or in the very late game, in conjunction with the Mirror Universe, actually, because you can trade lives. So we've seen this version of the deck on the channel. It is the only version that is here quite often with a Mirror Universe main deck. The other versions of the deck have different tweaks and approaches, but this one is the Mirror Universe variant. And the removal is pretty solid with 4 Swords to Plowshares and 2 the Abyss main deck. Jesper is a strong proponent for using 4 books in the deck and also 2 recalls to really just power out the controlled elements and reuse his restricted list. He doesn't believe in a Time Twister. Often enough, he thinks it is a win more card. That is, that most of the time you'll have more cards than your opponent and you don't really want to play it. And also removing all those cards from the graveyard will make the recalls worse because you won't have as many targets. So he plays without that main deck. As for sideboard, you can take in Sarah Angels in anticipation of the other guy taking his creature removal out, because the opponent will need room for his like Divine Offerings, Red Blasts, or whatever he wants to take in against the deck. So usually people will take their creature removal out and the Sarah Angels will be that much better. He also has Arbitars. That's usually a go-to choice against aggro and aggro-burn strategies, because he'll just sit back and munch life on those towers, drawing even more cards with his books, and just wait. Each time he gains 3 life, that's 1 less lightning bolt, right? So it's a huge card advantage against someone who wants to burn him out. Then we have the red and the blue blast. Needs no introduction. Very common and very usable sideboard option when you play blue and red. And we have 3 Divine Offerings and a Dust to Dust against the mirror matchup and against robots and similar archetypes. Stuff like Parfait and other decks that just play with a lot of artifacts. I suppose the Divine Offerings will also be a nice addition against the attack, if the attack plays with Anks of Mithra and similar artifacts that kind of ping the other guy. Well, the Divine Offering will remove that and be some much needed life gain. So that is the sideboard strategy. We shall see what he'll choose to put in against the mixture deck he's coming up against here, the Aggro-Control-Burn variant. Let's go over that archetype real quick here. This is the other Jesper's brew. We've gone over that previously, but let's just dive straight in here. I said archetype a minute ago, and that isn't entirely fair. This is actually kind of a mixture between 2 archetypes. It is mostly, to me, it resembles like the Lion Dip or Aggro-Control variant, where you have an aggro strategy with Lions and Serenity Befreaks that you'll protect with your counter magic, but you also have like a control element of the deck where you will protect your creatures with your counter magic. Sometimes you'll play with a book, as he does here. So it's like the deck light, but way more aggressive. And the other mixture is all that burn he has put in with 2 Sonic Blasts and 2 Lightning Bolts, and after sideboard he can actually have 4 Sonic Blasts. That is actually a bit more like a Lion Dip Bolt, which is an entirely different strategy, where you really go ham on the other guy, trying to attack as early as you can, just pressure, attacking with lions and Serenity Befrieds and just burning away with foregoing counter magic besides the mana drain. But usually you'll pack all the lightning bolts, you'll have chain lightnings, you'll have sonic blast, and you'll have fireballs. We've seen that Arched have a bunch on this channel as well. So this is actually like Lion Dip, but with less control and more burn. So yeah, 1 foot in each camp, I suppose. Let's check out his sideboard here. So we have 3 red blasts, 2 blue blasts. As the other guy. The other guy had 3 blue and 2 red, but this is quite common. As said, he has the 2 Sonic Blasts, so he can go dip even more into the burn strategy if you want to. Shatterstorm and 3 Divine Offerings against all the artifact decks out here. 2 Circular Protection red. That is a bit unorthodox in a sort of like aggressive deck like this one, but yeah, he's trying it out. And then we have the Energy Fluxen, tried and true card, very brutal against robots in the deck, especially if you can get him out early and just because it postpones them so much, and especially the deck needs a lot of mana to function. Actually, the entire first third of the game is all about the deck acquiring enough mana sources to get his draw engines and control elements out on the board. So it will postpone that a heck of a lot of time if you get an early energy flux that the deck can't remove, and then follow that up with some small little critters here and try to poke in. So that is the matchup here. We have Aggro-Control-Burn deck here coming up against a classical version of the deck, but with Mirror Universe. Let's see how it plays out. So we have Aggro-Control-Burn on the left on the Softer Plowshares playmat, and the deck on the right on the Abyss playmat. Let's get the race started. Oh, okay, there's a mulligan straight from the get-go here. And there's also a mistake, an Energy Flux main deck. There was from the previous match, I think. So he'll reshuffle this. We saw the deck pointed out, are you playing with Energy Flux main deck? No, that's a mistake, man. So yeah, this first match will be before sideboard, best of 3. After this one, we'll have a sideboard. So let's we have a mulligan out of Aggro-Control-Burn, and starting off here. 2 powerful starts here. A lot of mana out of the deck. Oh man, look at this. The deck is on fire here. Getting out so much. And there's a land drop. That wasn't even a land drop. 3 Muxner, Felverstone, Ancestor Recall, Tundra. Okay, but I mean, the start from Aggro-Control-Burn isn't too shabby either, but I suppose he just needs to get his stuff out and start attacking, knowing full well that Serenity Befried will likely not survive for a long time here. There's a book. Yep, book coming out. The deck has already gone past phase 1. So he has a sufficient mana to get his control elements out and protect them. Disenchant coming out of Aggro-Control-Burn. Got countered here by the deck. Serenity Befried draws first blood here, coming in for 3 points of damage against the deck. He needs to work fast here because the card advantage from the deck will be really quick here. Drawing with the book. Trying to draw into an answer. It doesn't seem like he has that. He doesn't have a source of Plowshares, but can swing in for 3 here. And actually, Aggro-Control-Burn will take more damage to the deck because he'll be pinged by that Serenity Befried. So he'll take 4 damage a turn, and the deck will only take 3 from that Serenity Befried. And drawing even more cards. Okay, Lion coming out. Yeah, just applying pressure here. Attacking for 3 again. Putting the deck down to 14 points of life. Third factory. Oh, the deck is really... Yeah, attacking with both here. If the other guy blocks with a Lion, he can actually pump it. Okay. Aggro-Control-Burn, Softer Plowshares one of them, and takes the other one on the chin. The deck electing to keep the other factory back, not pumping his factory. I'm a bit surprised that he doesn't. He could have waited, blocked with the Savannah line, and when the other guy pumps his factory, he can Sword to Plowshare it, and then there would be an open field in this round instead. He could attack with the lion if he had waited just a small second there and just blocked with the lion. But I suppose couldn't even be sure that the other guy would probably would if he blocked with the lion, right? Okay, Brain Guys are out of Aggro-Control-Burn here, and no counter magic. Okay, so getting back into the game here. Both players exchanging punches. Now the Mistress Factory can't pump itself for +1/+1, so I think Aggro-Control-Burn should attack with everything here for 5 points of damage. Only choosing to keep the Savannah Lion back to block with the factory. Oh yeah, and the factory was untapped because now he can actually draw with the book. I think he should attack with everything. Aggro-Control-Burn is the beat down here. He needs to exchange as much damage as he can. But it is dangerous. I mean, if the deck draws into a fireball, he can actually fireball for quite a bit here. Another book coming out. 2 factories. Keeping back with his... Okay, yeah, because he needs 4 mana to draw with the book. He needs to draw into an answer here. A balance would also be pretty damn brutal, just to clear the board from all those creatures. And we must remember that Aggro-Control-Burn does have those burn spells, so it can actually close the gap. It does have some reach. Now a Demonic Tutor. Time Walk, perhaps? I don't know. Ancestor Recall would also be nice. But if you Time Walk, he could at least do 6 points of damage. I suppose it wouldn't be enough, because the deck is actually in a position where he will be able to draw 3 cards a turn if he doesn't play a single thing. Okay, attack him with the little Ifrit here. Bring the deck down to 9 points of life. They are at life parity at this point. Aggro-Control-Burn with all the creatures and the deck with all the card advantage. So the window is closing. Aggro-Control-Burn needs to win this game in the next couple of rounds, or the deck will run away with it. So much card advantage here, and he's bound to draw into an answer here at some point. But still, he's down to 9 life, so the position isn't secured for the deck. Also because it doesn't seem to have a lot of counter magic. The other guy got a Brain Geyser and a Demonic Tutor through here. Okay, now Swords to Plowshare the Ifrit, and Aggro-Control-Burn mana drains that. Did he take a point of damage in the upkeep? Oh, that's a Time Walk. Perhaps he tutored for that. Does he tap all his factories to draw with the book? I think he does. And that means that Lion can get in. That's really risky. Trying to draw a counter spell. Now he can get in with everything. That's 5 points of damage. Now he can, after the Time Walk, okay, and he also has a Sonic Blast in hand. Okay, Lion did burn. Wins the first match here. Time Walking in for 10 points of damage. And even if the other guy had a factory untapped, he could actually just finish the game with a cheeky Sonic Blast to the face of the deck. So 1-0. These guys have sideboarded. I would anticipate the deck to have taken in his Sarah Angels here. The other guy would have taken some Swords to Plowshares out to get room for his anti the deck stuff. So they will be so much better once the other guy has taken out his Swords to Plowshares, and they will keep Serendipity Ifrits in check. And I would also anticipate the deck to take in some Red Blasts against the Serendipity Ifrit and counter spells. At least we would have that. The other guy might have taken in his Divine Offerings against the books, and some Energy Flux to delay the deck's mana production, because those will pressure all the Moxen and Felvar Stones, and the Sol Ring. And just like the deck, I'll anticipate Aggro-Control-Burn to put in some Red Blasts just to really try to win the counter war and to stop blue power. If these predictions hold true, in the second round we'll likely see an intensified counter war, as both sides will bring in their Red Blasts and maybe even Blue Blasts as additional backup. And we will see the deck trying to make a switcheroo, I think, with Sarah Angels. Now, the real kicker here is, will the deck use Ivory Towers? If it was against the Lion Dip Bolt archetype, it would be a no-brainer just to take in the 3 Ivory Towers, but it remains to be seen if there's enough burn here to make Jesper put in those Ivory Towers. I can't know. There's only one way to find out. Let's get ready for round number 2 here. The deck on the play. Playing Tundra, Pearl, Time Walking. Such a brutal start again. Getting ahead in mana here, and that's all he needs. As said, the phase 1 needs to pull ahead to get enough mana. Okay, a single line coming out of Aggro-Control-Burn here. Ooh, okay, that was an answer to my question. Ivory Tower, straight from the get-go. So he must have anticipated the other guy to really try to just rush him down. Oh, Divine Offering. So we already see the sideboard cards here. Getting rid of the Ivory Tower and punching in with that little lion. Then the deck down to 18 points of life. There's the Angel though. Okay, so far that's taking in what I anticipated, but I know these guys a lot, so probably why I have a pretty good feeling what they'll do. Time Walking here. Oh, he's attacking with a lion. Now he has a Volcanic Island untapped, and then he Time Walks. So that kind of shows the other guy that he might, if he blocks with the Angel, the other guy will just bolt the Angel afterwards. But I remember this wasn't the case. I think I remember this part of the game. Yeah, the other guy actually sat with a balance in hand. So he wanted to suicide that lion into the Angel and then balance to get rid of the Angel. But the other guy, the other Jesper, didn't want to block with the Angel because he anticipated a bolt spell. Attacking with the Factory and the Angel. Divine Offering on the Factory. What do we have here? A regrowth on the Time Walk here. That Angel working double time. Coming in again for 4. She's such a strong creature that she doesn't tap while attacking here, so she can function just fine as a blocker afterwards. Okay, Demonic Tutor coming out here. What will he take? Remains to be seen. Perhaps just a counterspell? It's really just pull ahead. Lion comes in again, putting the deck down to 10. He refuses to kill that lion. Unbeknownst to him, this is the correct play, but it's not for the reasons that he thinks. He thinks it's a bolt, but it is a balance. Sol Ring coming out. Yeah, that Serenator really is a lot of problems for Aggro-Control-Burn here. Likely doesn't have any Swords to Plowshares in his deck. He needs to draw an Angel of his own, but he doesn't have double white mana. Here comes the Angel. Oh, and he doesn't play with Angels, does he? No, he doesn't. So he only has 70 Befreaks. It's actually a real dilemma here. Attacking with the Lion again. Okay, down to 6 points of life, the deck here. And the other guy down to 1. Hot damn. Close to curtain call, but yeah. Then he Swords to Plowshares the Lion because he doesn't want to get attacked and then Sonic Blasted. So the other guy goes to 3, and I mean, Aggro-Control-Burn was just gleeful here because now you can get that balance going after being down to 1 point of life. All because of that Sonic Swords to Plowshares mana drain, but there's a counterspell on the mana drain. So we are balancing here. Angel goes away just before the kill here. 3 lives to 6 lives. Mana base getting equalized and cards in hand getting equalized. Such a brutal opening here. Mind Twisting his hand, but there's a mana drain on the Mind Twist. Okay, he actually counters that, so... Oh, Energy Flux going to the graveyard here. There wasn't a lot of cards left in hand, but kind of insisting on it, I suppose. The deck down to 5. They're just drawing passing turn here. Top deck mode. Who gets the first aggressor here? Certainly be freed, but he's at 3 life. The other's at 5. Land going down to 2 life on. And there's a Swords to Plowshares, so crucial. Okay, get ring. It's a nail biter, this one. Okay, up to 5 points of life for the Lion deck. Oh, there's an Angel actually, so he put that in after sideboard up. Must have, right? Did he have the main deck? I'm confused now. He might have. Yeah, he probably had 2 main deck. Okay, so how the tables have turned here. 1 Angel staring the deck down. Does look like he might have a recall in hand. He does look through his graveyard a lot here. He has spent his regrowth. He needs to get rid of that angel. There's a double blue mana up on the other deck, but on the Aggro-Control-Burn, recalling here. Now will the other guy counter? He needs to counter now before the other guy sacrifices his cards. He should, right? If he has a counter spell, would be a good time to use it. Oh, but he's in a dilemma here. He doesn't know if he wants to recall 2 cards or 1 card. One of them will be a Source to Plowshares, the other could be an Ancestor Recall or something. Yeah, okay, taking 2 cards. No. Okay, taking a Sarah Angel, just going for broke here. Source to Plowshare, the Angel going down to 4 points of life. Now Aggro Control going down from 1 point of life now up to 9. A Sonic Blast would finish the game here. The other guy's tapped out, but does he? Did he draw one? He is in top deck mode. Did he draw another creature? What's this? What's that? What was that? Recall for 1. Is there a Sonic Blast in the graveyard? No. I can't see what he recalled. Could be an angel. Good game, this one. That's the... Okay, he recalled a mana drain. So the other guy tried to play an angel, he mana drains it. There's a red blast on the hand of the deck. Blocking the mana drain. Oh, and a Serendipity Freed coming down. Okay. Yeah, so you actually double attack. Attacking with the angel here. The other guy goes down to 5. He needs to take a point of damage. He's at 4. Okay, does so here. Oh, the bolt! Does he have a counter spell? No, okay. He drew into that final piece of burn here. What a nail biter this one. So, yeah, Aggro-Control-Burn took it 2-0 against the deck, but in this second match, it was such a nail biter. I mean, if the deck... I mean, it wasn't a bad call, Source of Plowsharing the Lion, because if the Lion could get in, then he could actually burn the deck out. But if he hadn't Source of Plowshare that Savannah Lion, he would have won, because that was the only play that made it possible for Aggro-Control-Burn to get his balance out. Being down to 1 point of life, staring down a Sarah Angel that he couldn't remove. So yeah, really a twist and turns in this one. Great game. Next up, we'll just see. It will either be another match from the Mountain of Madness, some random matches from one of the cameras, or we'll finish this mini-series with Jesper. Next time he'll come up against Skynet in his gauntlet run here through the playgroup. We shall see what I'll put up next. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next battle.